All right, it's time to get to cooking in our virtual News 2 kitchen. This morning, we're joined by registered dietitian and certified health coach, Alice Smith. Alice, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Always so good to see you. We always talk about healthier lifestyles when we have you on. So tell us, what do you have for us today?
Yes, so we are going to talk about healthy eating on a budget, because I know a lot of times when you think about healthy eating or changing your diet, the first thing people say is, well, it's too expensive to eat healthy. But that's not true. Anyone can do it. It just takes planning. So planning is key. Planning ahead, knowing what's on sale at the store, also knowing what's in your cabinet. You don't want to go to the store and rebuy spices and things that you already have.
Right. So now I see you have a lot of stuff in front of you. Walk us through maybe
Yes.
what some of the best options are to do this on a budget.
Yes, so buying in bulk is usually a lot of times cheaper. So things like oats, nuts, even your larger containers of lettuce or spinach. So you can use this for sauteed spinach, spinach salads, and then you can actually freeze this and get it out and use for smoothies. So freeze everything is a huge takeaway.
Right, and I
Same
I
with-
can relate to you in that just really quickly, because I recently started to try and eat healthier, and buying the bigger salads and stuff has really been helpful. You just
Yeah.
have to stick to eating it.
You do. But if if you're not eating it all at once, again, just freeze it. And the same thing with bananas. So your bananas, even your avocado, so stock up on those when they're on sale, freeze those, and you've got perfect ingredients for smoothies or even for healthy popsicles for the kids. So always keeping that produce on hand, and shopping in season is more nutritious, and it is going to be more reasonably priced. So shopping in season is key, but if you can't, frozen is always a great option. So your frozen fruit, even having dried fruit on hand, is also going to be huge, to where you don't ever go without fruit or vegetables.
Right. Now, what can people do for protein? Because that might be tough for
Yeah.
people too.
Yeah, so protein, so sometimes our cuts of meat are more expensive. So even think about those cheaper cuts of meat for your soups and your stews, your tacos, your casseroles, but then also your meatless options. So eggs, super cheap source of protein, very nutritious, healthy fats. Those are great to have on hand for breakfast, or even boiled eggs for snacks. Having peanut butter, almond butter on hand, that's a great snack. And then also your beans. So having beans on hand is another lean, cheap source of protein.
And do you recommend, because meats, chicken can go bad, within just a couple days. Do you recommend buying that in bulk too? Is that a great way to save it on a budget, or how should people handle that?
Yes, absolutely. Always buy your meat in bulk, but you can freeze that too. So as long as you have the freezer space, freezing that, and you can definitely save money there. And you also want to try to batch cook. So cooking larger meals, I mean, you're already getting the kitchen dirty, already dirtying up the dishes. Batch cook so you have leftovers for the next day for lunch. And a lot of times you can even freeze those leftovers.
So I know that we are going to kind of watch you prepare these things at 8:30. Is there anything else before we leave you now to go over, just planning wise, that people should know? What else should people know?
You really just want to plan ahead. You don't want to shop hungry. And you can also price match. So a lot of times you don't have to spend time going from store to store. If you're at one store and their pineapples are $2.99, but another store has them for 99 cents, then you can usually just show them the sales flyer, show them the ad on your phone, and they'll price match right there to save you money and time.
So freezing, comparing prices, making a list.
Yes.
I am guilty of going into the grocery store without a list, and it does not end well. I buy too much food. So those are the key takeaways here.
That's the key. Absolutely. And you can definitely do it. So just think about one small, simple swap, just adding more produce to your grocery list. And also, if you order your groceries online, that's actually helped out with price, because you're not in the store and grabbing things that you don't need or that are not on your list.